A slap. In front of everyone. At my daughter's wedding. My cheek was burning. My eyes were filled with tears. As I lay on the floor, I heard Diego's voice. "What are you looking at?" "This is a family matter." He was shouting at the guests watching from the balcony, but he wasn't even looking at me. "And you are no longer part of our family. You will leave Camilla's life. Do you understand?" I couldn't answer. I just looked at the ground because I was ashamed. Very ashamed. Diego turned around. He went inside. He found Camilla. He talked to her. Camilla didn't look at me. She never looked at me. I stayed on the ground. The people watching from the balcony were whispering, "Poor woman, but the groom is right. Look at that dress, it's so cheap. I heard Camilla's mother is a cafeteria worker." I got up. Slowly. I touched my cheek with my hands. It still hurt. I looked at the wedding hall. Music was coming from inside. People were dancing. Camilla and Diego were dancing, laughing, as if nothing had happened, as if he hadn't slapped me, as if I wasn't even there. I turned around. I left. No one stopped me. No one said, "Mrs. Beatriz, where are you going?" Because I was Beatriz Morales, 51 years old, a retired canteen worker, modest, ordinary, or so everyone thought. But they were wrong, very wrong. Diego slapped me. My daughter watched. She did nothing. Now, I would show them who I was. Justice was coming, and I would be the one to bring it. I left the wedding. I got into my car, my old car, a 15-year-old Toyota. The seats were torn. The air conditioning didn't work. But it was enough for me. I turned the key. The engine started, but I didn't move. I just sat there, leaning on the steering wheel. My cheek was still burning. I could feel the mark of the slap, but the physical pain hurt less than the emotional pain, because Camilla hadn't looked at me. She never had. My eyes filled with tears. I cried, in the car, alone. No one saw, no one heard. What had Diego said? "You don't belong in our family. I don't belong. I'm worthless. I'm a source of shame." But 17 years ago, for Camilla, I was everything. I was her life, her hope. It was 17 years ago. Camilla was 12. One day she came home from school. She had a fever, a high fever. "Mom, my head hurts so much. My body is burning." I took her. I took her to the hospital, to the emergency room. The doctors examined her. "We suspect meningitis. We need to admit her immediately." My heart stopped. Meningitis. It was dangerous. It could be fatal. But how long will the treatment take? We don't know. Maybe a week, maybe longer. And it's expensive. She'll need special care. The medications are costly. How much? Maybe $10,000. Maybe more. $10,000. That's almost my annual salary. Do you have insurance? No. I'm a cafeteria worker. No insurance. The doctor shook his head. I understand. Then you need to make a down payment, at least $5,000. $5,000? I don't have that kind of money. Then you have to go to another hospital, a public hospital. But the wait is long there. If Camilla's condition is serious, waiting is dangerous. I looked at Camilla. She was lying on the stretcher. Her eyes were closed. She was flushed with fever. She was breathing, but with difficulty. Okay, $5,000. I'll pay it. But give me time. 1 day. I'll find it within a day. Okay, but we'll admit Camilla. We'll start treatment. The bill comes later. Thank you. That night, I stayed at the hospital, by Camilla's side. I didn't sleep, because I was scared. Very scared. Morning came. The doctor arrived. Camilla's condition is stable, but the treatment will take a long time. She'll need to stay in the hospital for at least 2 weeks. 2 weeks? Yes. And the total cost could be $15,000. $15,000. How would I find it? I went home. I looked at my savings. I had $3,000. It wasn't enough. I went to my neighbors, to my friends. I asked for a loan. I found another $2,000, $5,000 in total. It still wasn't enough. Then it occurred to me, my job at the cafeteria. My boss was a good man. Maybe he would give me an advance. I went. Boss, my daughter is sick. She's in the hospital. I need a lot of money. Can you give me an advance? I'll work for 6 months and pay you back. My boss looked at me. He was sad. Beatrice, I want to help you, but the cafeteria's budget is tight. I can't give you an advance. I'm sorry. I came back. Helpless. Empty-handed. Then another idea came to me. A bad idea, but the only option. Loan sharks. Dangerous people. High interest rates, but quick money. I went. To a dark office. A man greeted me, smoking a cigarette. Cold stare. What do you need? $10,000. I want a loan. $10,000? Do you have collateral? No, but I'm working. I can pay every month. The man laughed. Every month? Interest is 5%. Monthly. In 6 months, it'll be $15,000. $5,000 in interest? Yes. Take it if you want. Leave if you don't. I thought about it. $5,000 in interest. It was terrifying. But Camilla was dying. I had no choice. I'll take it. Okay, sign here. I signed. Papers. Agreement. 6 months. $15,000 repayment. I took the money. I took it to the hospital. I gave it to them. Here. $10,000. Treat Camilla. Please. The doctor took the money. Okay, don't worry. Camilla will get better. We stayed in the hospital for 2 weeks. Camilla slowly got better. Her fever went down. She started talking. She started smiling. Mom, you're always by my side. Aren't you tired? No, dear, I'm not tired. If you get better, I'm happy. But I was tired. I was very tired, because I was at the hospital day and night. I continued to work at the cafeteria. I worked in the morning, rushed to the hospital at noon, and worked again in the evening. No sleep, no rest. Just running, working, enduring. But it didn't matter, because Camilla was getting better. 2 weeks later, we were discharged. Camilla is completely better. You're lucky, said the doctor. Thank you. Thank you so much. We returned home. Camilla lay down in her bed. I sat down next to her. Mom, you saved me. You're the best mom. I hugged her. Tightly. You're my everything, Camilla. I'd do anything for you. At that moment, I felt proud, because I had saved my daughter, because she was healthy, because I had succeeded. But at the same time, there was fear, because there was debt. $15,000. I had to pay it off in 6 months. For 6 months, I worked double shifts. I worked at the cafeteria from morning till night. Then I cooked at home. Empanadas, tamales. I sold them to the neighbors. Every penny went toward the debt. I was exhausted. I was very tired. My hands hurt. My back hurt. But I didn't stop, because the loan shark was threatening me. If you don't pay on time, we'll take your house. We'll take your daughter. It was terrifying. But I endured. At the end of the 6th month, I made the final payment, $15,000. It was all paid off. "Congratulations, your debt is paid," said the loan shark. Without smiling, I left. I breathed. I was free. But I was exhausted. Camilla, during those 6 months, went to school. She played with her friends. She laughed. She was happy. One day, she came home. "Mom, today at school, the teacher asked us, 'What does your mom do?' I said, 'My mom is a superhero. She does everything.' I laughed. I cried. Because Camilla understood me. She loved me. Or so I thought. Now I'm sitting in the car. Wedding night. The slap. I remember that memory. Those 2 weeks. Those 6 months. $15,000. To the loan shark. To the hospital. For Camilla. Not sleeping every night. Working every day. Saving every penny. Why? Because Camilla was everything to me. Because I loved her. But now, where is Camilla? At the wedding. Dancing with Diego. Not looking at me. Was that superhero thing a lie? Or was it true, but then forgotten? I don't know. But I do know one thing. That sacrifice was in vain. Because Camilla left me. Those 2 weeks, those 6 months, those $15,000. It all turned into a slap in the face. I stroked my cheek. It still hurt. But the real pain was in my heart. At the wedding, Diego's mother looked at me. "That cheap dress," she said. Cheap dress. Worthless dress. A source of shame. But 6 years ago, for Camilla, I had bought the most expensive dress. For her. It was 6 years ago. Camilla was 23. She had just graduated from college. She was looking for a job. One day, she came home excited. "Mom, I have an interview at a big advertising agency. It's a very prestigious place. If I get the job, my career will be bright." "That's wonderful, dear. When is the interview?" "In 2 weeks. But there's a problem." "What problem?" "A dress. I need to look professional for the interview. A suit. Classy. Expensive. Because that agency is very luxurious. Everyone dresses up." "I understand. How much will it cost?" "A suit, at least $2,000. Add shoes, a bag. Total, $3,000. $3,000. That's my 3-month salary." "Camilla, that's a lot of money. I don't have that much money." Camilla's face fell. "But Mom, this is my chance. If I don't look good, they won't hire me. The other candidates are rich. They'll dress up. I have to do the same." "But honey, your talent is what matters, not the dress." "No, Mom. Appearance matters too. That's how the world is. If you look poor, no one will take you seriously." There were tears in her eyes. She was disappointed. "Okay," I said. "I'll find it. $3,000. For you." "Really, Mom?" "Yes. You just prepare for the interview. I'll take care of the dress." She hugged me. "Thank you, Mom. You're the best. I'll pay you back. I promise." The next day, I went to the bank. I looked at my savings. I had $2,000. It wasn't enough. I went to my boss. Boss, I have a request. Can I get an advance? $1,000. I'll pay you back in 3 months. My boss thought about it. Beatrice, you got an advance last year too. You're still paying it back. Another advance is difficult. Please. It's for my daughter. It's very important. My boss shook his head. Okay, but this is the last time. No more advances. Thank you. I promise I'll pay you back. I gathered $3,000. I gave it to Camilla. Here you go, dear. Buy yourself a nice suit. The best one. Camilla took the money. She was jumping for joy. Mom, you're amazing. I'm going to buy the most beautiful dress. She left to a luxury store. Hours later, she returned, 2 large bags in her hands. Look, Mom, a dress, so chic, and shoes, Italian, and a bag, real leather. She took them out, showed them to me. They were truly beautiful, chic, expensive looking. Very beautiful, Camilla. They'll suit you perfectly. She put it on. I looked. I was proud, because my daughter looked like a princess. Mom, thank you. If it weren't for you, I would have missed this opportunity. You're welcome, dear. You will succeed. I know it. The interview day came. Camilla wore her suit. She got ready. She looked beautiful. How do I look, Mom? Perfect. You're the best. She left for the interview. She came back hours later. She was smiling. How did it go? Great. The interview went really well. The bosses were impressed. They said, "You look very professional." And they'll give me an answer within a week. Great. I'm so proud of you. A week later, the phone rang. Camilla, congratulations. You got the job. Camilla screamed. She jumped up and down. Mom, I got the job. I got the job. We hugged. We both cried. Tears of joy. You did it, Camilla. You worked so hard. No, Mom. You did it. If it weren't for that dress, I wouldn't have gotten the job. You gave me that chance. At that moment, I felt proud, because my daughter had gotten a job, because she was happy, because I had helped her. But at the same time, I was tired, because $3,000 was my entire savings, and now I was back to zero, back to square one. But it didn't matter, because Camilla was successful, because she was looking toward the future. In the following months, Camilla advanced at work. She got promoted. Her salary increased. She moved into a nice apartment. Mom, I'm on my own now. I can help you. What do you need? Nothing, dear. Just be happy. But Mom, you helped me so much. That dress, those $3,000. I want to pay you back. No need. It was a gift. But Mom, Camilla, you're my daughter. I'll give you anything. For free. Because I love you. Camilla hugged me. I love you too, Mom. You're the best mom. I'll never forget you. Now, I'm sitting in the car. Wedding night. The slap. I remember that moment. Those $3,000. That suit. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't have gotten the job. I'll never forget you. But now, where is Camilla? With Diego. She doesn't look at me. She denies me. Diego's mother looked at my dress. That cheap dress, she said. Camilla said nothing. She didn't defend me, because now I was a source of shame, a worthless woman. What happened to those $3,000? What happened to that "I'll never forget you" promise? It all vanished. In one slap. I stroked my cheek. It still hurt, but the real pain, came from somewhere else, from my heart, because Camilla had forgotten me. Those 2 memories, those sacrifices, that money, those sleepless nights, all for nothing, because Camilla hadn't chosen me. She had chosen Diego, she had chosen wealth, she had chosen status. And me? I was just the cheap dress-wearing cafeteria worker. But they didn't know. They didn't know my truth. They would soon find out. They would all find out, because I wasn't going to stay silent anymore. I started the engine. I went home, but I didn't sleep. I thought. I planned. 6 months later, Camilla's birthday. That day, everything would change, because I was Beatriz Morales, and I never forgot. After the wedding, I went home, to my small apartment. 2 rooms, old furniture, but clean, tidy, mine. I closed the door. I sat down. I cried. I cried for hours, because everything was gone. My daughter, my family, my dreams, everything. But morning came, the sun rose, and I got up, because life goes on. Maybe, just maybe, Camilla would call. "Mom, I'm sorry. Diego made a mistake. I love you," she would say. But the phone didn't ring. It never rang. A week passed. Silence. 2 weeks passed. Still silence. Then, the 3rd week, a message arrived from Camilla. "Mom, I left some things at home. I'll pick them up tomorrow. It would be better if you weren't home. I'll leave the key at the door. That's it." No apology. No explanation. Just, "It would be better if you weren't home." The next day, I sat at home. I waited, because Camilla was coming. Maybe we would talk. Maybe everything would be okay. In the afternoon, the doorbell rang. I opened it. It was Camilla. But she wasn't alone. Diego was there too. "Mom," Camilla's voice was cold. "I came to get my things." "Of course, dear. Come in." But Diego stood at the door. "No, we won't come in. Camilla will just get her things. Quickly." But let me make some tea. You must be tired. Sit down for a bit." "No need." Diego's voice was harsh. "We're in a hurry." Camilla came inside. She went to her room. She quickly gathered her things. I stood beside her. "Camilla, can we talk?" "Mom, not now. We're in a hurry." "But dear, what happened at the wedding?" Diego slapped me. "You didn't do anything." Camilla stopped. She turned to me. Her face was stern. "Mom," Diego apologized. He was angry. "But you have to understand. You weren't appropriate for that wedding." "I wasn't appropriate? I'm your mother." "Yes, but Diego's family is very different. They're rich, educated, sophisticated. And you're a cafeteria worker. You wear old clothes. They're not comfortable with you." My heart broke. I did everything I could for you. I raised you, all by myself. I know, Mom, and I'm grateful. But now, I have a new life with Diego, with his family, and you don't fit into that life. "What do you mean?" Camilla took a deep breath. "Mom, I want to distance myself from you for a while. Diego's family is uncomfortable with our relationship. If I want to be happy with Diego, I need to cool things off with you." "Cool things off? Camilla, I'm your mother." "Yes, but it's temporary. Maybe a few months, maybe a year. Then everything will go back to normal. A year? You won't see me for a year? Mom, please understand. This is very important to me. Diego's family could disinherit him. $5 million. If I appear too close to you, they could punish Diego. At that moment, everything became clear. Money. It was always about money. The inheritance. $5 million. Diego's family saw me as a problem. And Diego didn't want to give up his family's inheritance for $5 million. So he was pressuring Camilla. Cut ties with your mom, or I'll lose my inheritance. And Camilla agreed, because she wanted that money too. She wanted that luxurious life. So, you're leaving me for $5 million? Mom, it's not that simple. I love Diego, and I need to get along with his family. What about me? What will happen to me? You're fine. You're a strong woman. You can be alone for a while. Camilla packed her things. She left. Diego was waiting at the door. Thanks, mother-in-law. I'll leave the key here. Diego left the key on the table. Then he looked at me. And one more thing. You don't need to call us. We'll call you. Whenever it's convenient. The door closed. They left. I stood at the door. Silently. Because I had no words left to say. A month passed. Camilla didn't call. She didn't text. Nothing. I checked my phone every day, in case she called, but she didn't. Then my birthday came. I turned 51. May 15th. Every year, Camilla would celebrate with me. She'd get a cake. She'd get a gift. We'd have dinner together. But this year, silence. I woke up in the morning. I checked my phone. No messages. No calls. It was noon. Still nothing. It was evening. It was dark. I was alone. My neighbor knocked on the door. Beatrice, happy birthday. I made you a cake. I thanked her. But my heart ached. Because my daughter had forgotten. That night, I picked up my phone. I was going to text Camilla, but I stopped. Because she had said, "It's better if you're not at home." Diego had said, "You don't need to call us." But I was a mother. Maybe Camilla was busy. Maybe she had forgotten. But she would be happy if I reminded her. I wrote, "Camilla, today is my birthday. I miss you. Can we meet?" I sent it. I waited. An hour passed. No reply. 2 hours passed. Still no reply. It was midnight. The phone was silent. The next morning, a message came, but not from Camilla, from Diego. "Mother-in-law, Camilla is busy. She doesn't have time to celebrate your birthday. Please don't text again. You're bothering her." I was bothering her. I was bothering my own daughter. I hung up the phone. I sat down. I cried. Because now, everything was over. Camilla had forgotten me. Even my birthday. 2 more months passed. Summer came. Hot. Oppressive. One day while working at home, I felt sick. My head spun. My chest tightened. I had trouble breathing. I fell to the floor. I grabbed the phone. I tried to dial 911, but my hands were shaking. My neighbor knocked on the door. "Beatrice, did you cook today?" I came to pick it up. I couldn't answer. My neighbor got worried. She opened the door. She found me on the floor. "Beatrice, what happened?" "I don't know. I can't breathe." My neighbor called an ambulance. They took me to the hospital. The doctors examined me. Panic attack. Stress-related. It's not dangerous, but you need to rest. Should we call your family? Yes, I have a daughter, Camilla. The nurse called Camilla. She spoke to her. Then she turned to me. Ms. Camilla said she can't come right now. She's busy, but she says, get well soon, get well soon. Just that. She didn't come. I lay in the hospital, alone. My neighbor visited, but my daughter didn't come. A day later, I was discharged. I returned home, alone. I checked my phone. There was a message from Camilla. Mom, I heard. Get well soon. But I'm very busy right now. I'm going shopping with Diego's mom. We'll talk later. Shopping with Diego's mom. But she doesn't have time to visit her sick mother. I read that message. Once. Twice. And something died inside me. Love? Hope? I don't know. But whatever died, it wouldn't come back. September. The weather turned cooler. Autumn arrived. My neighbor came over one day. She had a magazine in her hand. Beatrice, look. A society magazine. There's a photo of Camilla. I took the magazine. I opened it. A large photo. Camilla and Diego. With Diego's family. At a gala. Everyone was dressed up. They were happy. The headline, The Vargas Family Charity Gala. New bride Camilla wins the family's hearts. I read it. The article praised Camilla. Diego Vargas's beautiful wife Camilla is the newest member of the Vargas family. She plays an active role in the family's charity work. Diego's mother Isabella says, Camilla is a wonderful bride. We see her as our daughter. I turned the page. More photos. A family gathering. Diego's mother, father, siblings, Camila, at a large table, preparing for Christmas dinner. The Vargas family traditionally holds a family gathering before Christmas every year. This year, the new bride Camilla also attended. I looked at that photo. Carefully. Everyone was there. Diego's whole family. And Camilla. But I wasn't there. My neighbor asked, Beatrice, why weren't you at that gathering? I don't know, I said. I wasn't invited. But the truth was, I hadn't been invited because I wasn't family. I was the unwanted person. That night, I called Camilla, this time angrily, painfully. Camilla answered, Mom? What's wrong? I saw the magazine, the Vargas family gathering, preparing for Christmas. Why didn't you tell me? Silence. Then Camilla took a deep breath. Mom, it was Diego's family's private gathering. Just family. Am I not family? I'm your mother. Yes, but Isabella only wanted members of the Vargas family. You're not a Vargas. Of course I'm not. I'm a Morales. Your last name. But you became a Vargas. And you forgot me. I didn't forget, Mom. But I need to get along with Diego's family. They accepted me. If I talk about you, they'll be upset. Talk about me? Camilla, I'm your mother. I'm not something to be ashamed of. I know, but Isabella doesn't want to meet you. She says the mother-in-law is not suitable, and I don't want to clash with her. So you're putting Isabella above me? Mom, it's not a matter of preference. It's a matter of survival. Diego's family could disinherit us. $5 million. If you keep interfering, they'll punish us. I'm not interfering. I just want to see my daughter. But Mom, you don't understand. This is our future. Everything. If we lose Diego's family, we lose everything. What about me? What will happen to me? Camilla fell silent. A long silence. Then she spoke in a soft but firm voice. Mom, you'll go on with your life. You'll live your life, and I'll live mine. Maybe one day everything will be okay, but for now, this is how it has to be. So, you're abandoning me? Definitely. I'm not abandoning you. I'm just putting some distance between us. Distance? Camilla, you're erasing me from your life, from your family, from the future. Mom, please don't be dramatic. This is temporary. When will it end? I don't know. Maybe a year, maybe longer. Diego's family needs time. They accepted me. But accepting you will take time. What if they don't accept you? Silence. Long. Cold. Then you and I will be apart. Permanently. That sentence pierced my heart. Permanently. Camilla, are you serious? Mom, I'm being realistic. Diego and his family are my future. You are my past. The past. I was. The past. That night, I didn't sleep. I sat. I thought. Camilla had called me the past. I was no longer part of her future. The slap at the wedding, the forgotten birthday, the loneliness in the hospital, being excluded from the family gathering. You are my past. Each one was a knife, but this last one pierced my heart, because now for sure I was not a mother. I was the past. But at that moment, something changed inside me. It wasn't anger. It wasn't sadness. It was something deeper. A decision. I got up. I looked in the mirror. The woman I saw was tired, broken, defeated. But that woman was no longer me, because I would no longer be a victim. I would no longer remain silent. Camilla had said, past. Fine. I would be the past. But 5 months later, at Camilla's birthday party, I would be the future. I had to be, because I would reveal the truth in front of everyone. Camilla thought I was a poor cafeteria worker. Diego thought I was unsuitable. But they didn't know. My grandfather's factory building, worth $5 million, and I was going to sell that building. But first, I was going to show them. Look, the woman you called poor is richer than you, and you lost me, permanently. That night, I made a decision. Final. Irrevocable. I wasn't going to take revenge. Revenge was petty. I was going to deliver justice. I was going to show them the truth. In front of everyone. I picked up the phone. I dialed a number. Don Esteban, my grandfather's old lawyer. Esteban, it's Beatrice. We need to talk about the factory building. Beatrice, what's wrong? There's something in your voice. Yes, there is something. I've made a decision. I'm selling the building. Really? But you always said it was my grandfather's memory. I know. But now it's time to create another memory. My memory. I understand. When should we meet? Tomorrow. As early as possible. Okay. Be at my office at 9. I'll prepare the appraisal reports. Thank you, Esteban. I hung up. Then I looked at the calendar. Today was September 20th. Camilla's birthday was February 15th. That left 5 months. 5 months to prepare, to make plans. During those 5 months, I would remain silent. I wouldn't call Camilla. I wouldn't text Diego. They would live with the past, Beatrice. They would be at ease. They would forget. But on February 15th, at the birthday party, I would show up. And on that day, everything would change. Because I was Beatrice Morales, 51 years old, a retired cafeteria worker, but also the owner of a $5 million inheritance. And I was no longer silent. The battle was beginning. The next morning, I went to Don Esteban's office, an old building, 3rd floor, wooden door. It said, Esteban Rios, Legal Consultancy. I rang the bell. Esteban opened the door. He was an old man, 68 years old, but his eyes were still sharp, intelligent. Beatrice, come in, sit down. I sat down. The office was small, but tidy, shelves full of files, papers on the desk. Let me make you some coffee. Thank you. I drank the coffee. Then I started talking. I told him everything. The wedding, the slap, Camilla walking away, the forgotten birthday, being alone in the hospital, the words, "You are my past." Esteban listened, silently. His face hardened, his eyes narrowed. This is unacceptable, Beatrice. Camilla can't treat you like this. But she did. And now I want to show her something. What? The truth. I'm not poor. I own my grandfather's inheritance, a factory building worth $5 million. Esteban smiled. Yes, your grandfather left you a nice inheritance. And I want to sell that inheritance. Really? But you always said you had emotional ties to it. I did, but not anymore, because Camilla left me. And I'm going to show her who I am. Esteban nodded. I understand. Then let's get the appraisal report. He opened the documents on the table. Photos of the factory building, its map, the appraisal report. This building is in the city center, the most valuable area. Last appraisal, $5,200,000. $5,200,000? Yes, and there are buyers, real estate developers. They've wanted to buy it for years. We can close the deal immediately. How long will it take? 2 months, maybe 3. There are legal processes, but we can speed it up. I thought about it. Camilla's birthday was February 15th. That left 5 months. It was enough. Okay, I'll sell it. But I have one condition. What? The sale must not be completed before February 15th. That day is Camilla's birthday. I'll announce it in front of everyone that day. I sold this building. I got $5 million. And you lost me. Esteban smiled. Dramatic, but effective. Okay, we'll complete the sale process by that date, but we'll sign the final papers after February 15th. But the documents will be ready. Everyone will see. Perfect! But that night, sitting alone at home, I had second thoughts. Did I want to ruin Camilla? My own daughter? I just wanted to show the truth. But Camilla would be hurt. Diego too. Diego's family as well. And maybe Camilla would come back. Mom, I'm sorry. I made a mistake, she would say. Maybe I should have given her one last chance. I picked up my phone. I was going to text Camilla. Camilla, do you want to talk? I miss you. Maybe we could grab a coffee? Maybe then Camilla would soften. Maybe she would say, Mom, you're right. I cared a lot about Diego's family, but you are my priority, she would say. My finger approached the send button. Just as I was about to send the message, the phone vibrated. A notification came in. Instagram. From Camilla. I opened it. I looked. A new post. Camilla and Diego at a fancy restaurant with champagne glasses. Caption. Life is so good to us. Celebrating our 6-month wedding anniversary with my Diego. The happiest days of my life. 6-month wedding anniversary. 6 months had passed since the wedding. Comments. Congratulations. You look so happy. The most beautiful couple. Diego is so lucky. Camilla had replied to every comment. Thank you. We are very happy. But she hadn't remembered me at all. For 6 months. She never called. She never texted. She was only happy with Diego. She was happy with Diego's family. I held the phone tightly. My hands were shaking. Because that message was a lie. That happiest days comment came from erasing me. Camilla was happy without me. She was living her happiest days without me. At that moment, all compassion vanished because Camilla had made her choice. Not me. Diego. Money. The luxurious life. And that choice was final for 6 months. Without any regrets. I deleted the message. I didn't send it. Because it wasn't necessary anymore. But the next day, the doubt came back. Because Esteban called. Beatriz, the real estate company made an offer. $5 million. We can accept it right away. Okay, accept it. But are you sure? This is irreversible. Once you sell, you can't get it back. I'm sure. Okay, come tomorrow to sign. I hung up. But that night, I thought about it. Irreversible. If I did it, my relationship with Camilla would be completely over. Because at that birthday party, I was going to show everyone. I'm rich. You look down on me. But I'm stronger than you. Camilla would be ashamed. Diego would be ashamed. Diego's family would be ashamed. And then, Camilla would never forgive me. Mom, you ruined me in front of everyone, she would say. Was I ready? To lose my daughter, completely? But Camilla forgot. She forgot everything. Or, did she forget? Maybe Camilla still remembered. But she was under Diego's pressure. Maybe I should have helped her. Camilla, you're under Diego's control. But I can save you. Mother-in-law, stop texting Camilla. She doesn't want to hear from you. We're not blocking you because we're respectful. But please, don't bother us. Camilla's life is no longer with you, but with me. I read the message. Once. Twice. Camilla's life is no longer with you, but with me. Diego was claiming Camilla as his, as if Camilla were his property, and Camilla was allowing it. I wrote a reply. Diego, I'm Camilla's mother. You can't interfere. Send. A minute later, the reply came. You may be Camilla's mother, but I am Camilla's husband, and in my wife's life, you are an unwanted element. Please accept this and stay away, an unwanted element. I was the unwanted element. I hung up the phone. I threw it onto the bed. Because now everything was clear. Diego saw me as an enemy. And Camila was on Diego's side. That I'll never forget was a lie. That hug was a lie. Everything was a lie. And now Diego was giving me orders. Stay away. Number. I wasn't going to stay away. I was going to get closer. Very close. And at that birthday party, I was going to show Diego who he was dealing with. The next morning, I went to Esteban's office. I signed the papers. The sales agreement began. Beatriz, the process will take 3 months. It will be completed in early February. Right on time. Good. So, how am I going to explain it at Camilla's birthday party? We'll prepare a presentation. PowerPoint. Photos of the factory building, the valuation report, the sales document. Everything will be shown on screen. Everyone will see it. And Camilla's reaction? She'll be shocked. Diego too, Diego's family too, because they think you're a poor cafeteria worker. But you'll turn out to be a $5 million woman. I smiled, a bitter smile. Yes. And they'll realize they've lost me. But there was a problem. How would I get to Camilla's birthday party? Because I wasn't invited. I asked Esteban, "What if Camilla doesn't invite me?" "You'll go anyway. Force your way in, because you're the mother, you have a legal right. But they might call security. Then I'll come with you, as your lawyer, and we'll bring the police. If they try to leave you outside, we'll take legal action. We'll say, mother excluded from her daughter's birthday. The media will be interested." "The media?" "Yes, I have a few journalist friends. I'll let them know. There's an interesting story. A wealthy woman is being excluded by her daughter. But the woman won't stay silent, I'll say. They'll come. They'll take pictures. They'll report it. But that will ruin Camilla. Yes. But Camilla ruined you. Now it's your turn." I thought about it. The media, the photos, the news. Camilla's reputation, Diego's reputation. Everything would be destroyed. Was I ready? That evening, I sat at home. I thought. I was a cafeteria worker, 25 years. What had I learned? Organization, planning, being ready on time. Every morning in the cafeteria, I made meals for hundreds of children. Fast, efficient, flawless. Now I would use the same skills, but this time for Camilla's birthday. I made a list, step by step, party date and location. Follow Camilla's social media. Wait for the party announcement. Presentation. Preparation. Together with Esteban, prepare a PowerPoint. Factory photos, valuation report, sales document. Everything must look professional. Clothing. Buy a luxurious dress. Chic. Expensive looking. Because I have to break the poor cafeteria worker image. Everyone should say, "Wow, Beatrice is so chic." Media. Tell Esteban's journalist friends. They should be there on the day of the party. They should take pictures. They should report on it. Legal support. Esteban should be by my side as a lawyer. If they try to leave me out, he should initiate legal proceedings. Psychological preparation. I have to be strong. I mustn't cry. I mustn't look weak. Because this is my moment. My victory. The list was ready. The plan was ready. Now, I just had to wait. For February. January 20th. Camilla made an announcement on Instagram. "My 30th birthday is coming, February 15th. Diego is organizing an amazing party for me. Grand Plaza Hotel, 200 guests. I'm so excited. Grand Plaza Hotel. The most luxurious hotel. 200 guests. And of course, I wasn't invited. But it didn't matter, because I was going. I called Esteban. The party is February 15th, Grand Plaza Hotel. Be ready." "Okay, Beatrice. I'm taking care of everything. The presentation is ready. The media is ready. The lawyer is ready. You just be strong." I will be strong. February arrived. Every day I looked in the mirror. I told myself, "You are strong, Beatrice. You will succeed." February 10th. I went to a luxury store. I bought a dress. Black, chic, expensive. $1,000. Normally, I would never buy a dress for $1,000, but this time was different. This time I would look like a rich woman, because I was a rich woman, only no one knew it yet. February 14th. Tomorrow, the party. I was ready. Esteban called one last time. "Beatrice, let's meet at the hotel tomorrow at 7. Everything is ready. Are you ready?" "I'm ready, Esteban. Very ready." "Good. Then tomorrow, Camilla and Diego will experience the biggest shock of their lives." I smiled. "Yes. And I will watch." I hung up. That night, I couldn't sleep. I was excited. I was scared. But I was determined. Because tomorrow, everything would change. Camilla had said, "Mom, you're my past." But tomorrow, I would be her future. And Camilla would learn that she should never underestimate her mother. The battle would begin tomorrow, and I would win. February 15th, Camilla's birthday. 6 p.m. I got ready. I put on my black dress. I did my hair. I put on my makeup. I looked in the mirror. The woman I saw was familiar but different, strong, determined, ready for victory. At 7 p.m., I arrived at the Grand Plaza Hotel. Esteban was waiting at the entrance. He had a laptop bag with him. Inside were all the documents, the presentation, the evidence. We walked inside the hotel. It was a luxurious place. Marble floors, crystal chandeliers, everything sparkled. The party was in the large hall on the second floor. Vargas Morales birthday celebration, the sign read. A security guard stood at the door. "Your invitation?" "I don't have one, but I'm Camilla's mother, Beatriz Morales." Security checked the list. "Your name isn't on the list." "I'm sorry, you can't come in." Esteban intervened. "I'm Don Esteban Rios. I'm Mrs. Beatriz's lawyer. My client has the legal right to attend her daughter's birthday party. If you prevent her from entering, we will take legal action." The security guard hesitated. "One moment. I'll call the manager." We waited. A minute later, Diego came out. His face was bright red. "What are you doing here?" "Good evening, Diego. I've come to attend my daughter's birthday party." "You're not invited. You can't come in." "I'm Camilla's mother. I don't need an invitation." "But we don't want you here. Please leave. Otherwise, I'll call security." Esteban intervened. "Mr. Vargas, be careful. The MEDIA is here. If you force a mother out of her daughter's birthday party, tomorrow all the newspapers will run headlines like, 'Rich son-in-law humiliates poor mother-in-law.'" Diego froze. He looked around. Indeed, there were 3 journalists, with cameras, taking pictures. You called the media?" "Yes, because this is an interesting story, and people deserve to know the truth." Diego's face tensed. Then he forced a smile. "Fine. Come in. But please, sit quietly." "Thank you." I smiled, but not sincerely. We went inside. The hall was huge. There were 200 people, tables, lights, decorations. Everything was perfect. Camilla was on stage. She was wearing a beautiful dress, pink, sparkly. She was smiling. Diego was next to her. He saw me. His face changed. He was surprised. Then he got angry, but he didn't say anything, because the guests were there. The media was there. Esteban and I sat at a back table. No one recognized us, because I was Camilla's secret mother. The party started. Food, drinks, music. Everyone was happy. Then Diego came on stage. He took the microphone. "Good evening, everyone. Today is a very special day. It's my beloved wife Camilla's 30th birthday, and I love her very much." Applause. "Hooray! Camilla is everything to me. She is beautiful, she is smart, she is successful, and I am proud of her." More applause. "And today, I have a special surprise. Camilla, please come on stage." Camilla came on stage. Diego took out a box. He opened it. Inside was a necklace, diamond, sparkling. "This is for you, because you are my queen." Camilla cried, with happiness. "Diego, you're amazing." They kissed. Everyone applauded. But I didn't applaud. I just watched, silently, because now it was my turn. The party continued. The cake was cut. The candles were blown out. Gifts were given. Then Diego came back on stage. We have another announcement. Camila and I are very happy. And soon, we're expecting a baby. The room was shocked. Then enthusiastic applause. Congratulations. Wonderful news. Camila was smiling. She was happy. I froze. A baby. Was Camila pregnant? My grandchild. My grandchild. But she hadn't told me. She never told me. Because I was the past. I was no longer family. At that moment, everything became clear. There was no turning back. I got up. I walked. To the stage. Everyone looked at me. They were surprised. Who is this? Diego saw me. He panicked. No, you can't go on stage, but I went on. I took the microphone from Diego's hand. Good evening. I'm Beatriz Morales, Camila's mother. The room fell silent. Everyone was shocked. Camila froze. Mom, what are you doing? I want to say something. To you, to everyone. Diego tried to grab the microphone, but Esteban came on stage. He stopped Diego. I am Don Esteban Rios, Mrs. Beatriz's lawyer. Please listen to her. I turned to the audience. I began to speak. You don't know me. Because I hid myself. At Camila's wedding, I was slapped in front of everyone. Because I was the poor canteen worker. I was inappropriate. The room became noisy. Whispering began. Then Camila cut off contact with me. Because Diego's family didn't want me. If you get close to your mother, you'll lose my inheritance, they said. Diego's mother stood up. That's a lie. A lie? I looked at her. Then why wasn't I invited to any family gatherings? Why did Camila call me her past? Isabella fell silent. I continued. For 6 months, my daughter didn't call me. She forgot my birthday. She didn't come when I was in the hospital. Because I was unwanted. Camila started to cry. Mom, please. Please what, Camila? Should I stay silent? Should I watch your happiness? You didn't even tell me about your pregnancy. Because I'm poor? Worthless? A source of shame? Silence. Deep silence. But I want to show you something. Esteban opened his laptop. He connected it to the screen. The presentation began. First slide, a photo of the factory building. Large, old, but valuable. This is my grandfather's factory. Morales Textiles. Founded in the 1960s, closed in the 1990s. But the building remains. Second slide. A map. The city center. The location of the factory building. This building is in the city center, the most valuable area. And this building is mine. Third slide. An appraisal report. Value. $5,200,000. The room was shocked. Everyone stood up. 5 million? Is this real? Fourth slide. Sales document. Buyer. Prestige Developments. Sale price. $5,200,000. Sale date. February 28, 2025. I sold this building for $5,200,000, and the money will be in my account in 2 weeks. I turned to Camila, to Diego, to Isabella. You thought I was a poor cafeteria worker. You looked down on me. You excluded me. Because I didn't fit your standards. But the truth is, I am rich. Very rich. And you lost me. Camila collapsed. She sat down. Her hands trembled. She cried. Diego froze. His face turned pale. Isabella looked at me with anger, but she couldn't say anything. And one more thing. Camilla, you're pregnant. Congratulations. But I know that when that baby is born, I won't be there as a grandmother. Because you don't want me. But that baby is my grandchild. And one day, when he grows up, he'll learn the truth. I'll tell him, your grandmother loved you very much, but your mother and father kept her away from you. For money. I turned to the hole. Thank you. Good evening. I put down the microphone. I stepped off the stage. The media took photos. They asked questions. I walked with Esteban. I left the hall. Behind me, Camilla's voice called out, "Mom! Wait!" But I didn't turn around, because it was too late now, much too late. Rich son-in-law insults poor mother-in-law, but mother-in-law turns out to be a millionaire. Beatriz Morales. They looked down on me, but I won. Camila Vargas's shame. Her mother exposed her in front of everyone. Camila made a statement. There were misunderstandings between my mother and me, but I love her. I hope we reconcile soon. But it was too late, because everyone knew. Camila had abandoned her mother for money. Diego's family remained silent, but their reputation in society was damaged. How could the Vargas family treat a mother-in-law like that? People said. Camila and Diego's relationship became strained, but I didn't care, because it was no longer my problem. I am Beatriz Morales, 52 years old, retired cafeteria worker, millionaire, and I, WON, not just in terms of money, in terms of honor, in terms of peace.